There we go. Discord view. I think that's how we do it. Live from my basement, it's Thursday night! Woo! As Leonard takes a phone call.
And we lost Christian.
Yeah, we never had him.
Oh, well.
we lost him a while ago.
He could at least hear us. Yeah.
Welcome to Dave's Imaginations. Dave's Imaginations presents Ire of Mordroc, Murder in Crimmor, the finality. Could it be our last night?
The Babe-ality.
The Babe-ality? I feel like there's still plenty to do, and we got a little bit late start, so if you've been hanging in there with our many viewers, I know have been just chomping at the bit to watch us go live. If you've been waiting on us, sorry for the delay, but we're here now, and we are in this town of Crimmor, city of Crimmor. It's a little bigger than a village, right? It's a walled city on the eastern side of not quite in the coast. There's another city on the coast, but this is on the major road, caravan path up and down the Sword Coast. This is Crimmor, Caravan City they call it. Outside the gates there would be a large contingency of caravans sitting outside of the city. You are in Crimmor on your way because you are searching for Mordroc, and this is on your path as you are heading toward Candlekeep, the library, to find out more information. But you found that there is some sources here in Crimmor that might be able to help you. One, you have a cartographer looking at the map that was found in the gem, and you have someone else looking at Eldrin's sword. But while you were there, you witnessed a death. A death. As you saw, you had visited the Seraphina Crimmor, and then as you left some point later, you saw her fall to her demise out of her second-story office window. Looking up, you saw that there was some sort of flying water demon in her office, eel-like water demon. You hurried in. You tried to save her. She was not to be saved. You hurried in to save the building. This Thalehorn, I believe it's called, that is the government building. From this water creature, you went in and you bowed the water creature before it kind of just went poof, went away, dissolved. But you did find some green shards. You took the green shards to get analyzed, and you realized that this was an emerald of elemental emerald that could be used to release a water elemental, which is seemingly what exactly happened. You traced the evidence back. You figured out that this dwarf Balric purchased a gem that was just like that just a month ago, some period of time ago, and so that was a strong suspect. You tracked him back to Drover's Drink, as he is a known associate of the Adventures Arising Adventurers Guild, and the brand spanking new bar opened by Killian Drover, who is a former Adventures Arising patron. Sure, might be the right word. Member. And she owns this bar, and this bar has the master brewer of Thalron. I don't have my notes open. I should have my notes open. That is the wrong notes. There we go. The Thalron Harthos was the master brewer who happened to be having an affair with Seraphina Crimmor. Yes, and whose wife is none other than Valora Crytrapper Harthos. And there's the three main families of the city, which are the Crytrappers, the Crimmors, and Ophel. Because everyone thinks this Lady Dragon Lady Ophel, Zarn Ophel, who's in the political opposition to the Crytrapper and the Crimmor families. However, that's not where the evidence is pointed. So we have investigated. We've gotten all the way to we have split the party well. Split the party well with let's see. That is my other notes. We have Jeff, Charles, and Eldrin that are going to the neighboring town of Perskull because Balric and Killian Drover, the owner of the bar, have this alibi that claim that they went to Perskull the last night and they weren't even in town when this happened, and so they were arranging a contract for the grains that would be used to create the concoctions that Thalros. Now Thalros does have a good alibi because he was tending bar and seen by many as the event happened. So we have Eldrin, Charles, and Jeff going to Perskull to the granary, and bonus points if you remember what the name of the granary is. I don't know that I told you. The name of the granary is Silver Wheat. So Silver Wheat was the grain from the Sunfield storage in Perskull. That was the name of the granary. But I don't know that you would even know that. Right? You just know that there was a granary and they managed it. Maybe Thalros said that's conceivable.
How many granaries can there be in Perskull, right?
Perhaps. Right? We're gonna say there's one. Just to keep it simple. So you're headed there to check out her alibi. I do kind of wonder how you're going to check this out, but we'll figure that out as we go. So that is you three. The other three, so you guys had left to do this, and Belinda says, no, I have some other things I want to check out. And she's heading toward Drover's Drink, or is she? At Drover's Drink, we have Artemis and Bay. And Artemis or Christian, are you with us now?
He texted he can hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yay!
Christian is with us. So, for our many fans, we have Christian is in self-quarantine. He has not been feeling well and would prefer to not be goopy in front of us.
Thank you.
That's the story he's telling everybody. Actually, he's gone incorporeal. And he's just a floating voice.
He's just yeah. And then, as always, we have the eye candy on Discord. Ken, distant from Seattle. Thank you so much, Greater Seattle. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. But we have Bay and Artemis are in Drover's Drink, and Bay had they've been casing this place, keeping an eye on Killian and Balric. Balric, the flamey, red-headed, red-bearded female dwarf with the scar on her eye, and then Killian, the owner, and they had gone into the office to chat, and Bay snuck out back, and with his invisible hand, mage hand, had opened the window just so much so he could hear, and just enough so he could hear him. Says, "We have the ace in the hole in the safe," as she patted the safe, and that is where we ended. And so I think it makes most sense to pick up with Bay and Artemis, as you guys are now on a 4-hour horse ride, right?
And what time is it?
So we said at one point we said 5. It's got to be 6-ish by now. We said that you wouldn't get to Perskull until 10 p.m. It'd be too late to go talk to anyone without knocking on their home door.
Friday night at a bar, I think 10 o'clock, things are just getting rowdy.
Yeah. You guys did. The people that went to Perskull, you got your horses and you checked out, and you have the carriage, and you're making your way to Perskull. But Bay and Artemis, Bay, you have just heard this ace in the hole comment and a safe. Now, you haven't really peeked. Maybe you sneak an eye in there, and actually, I have a treat. Before we get into the actual play, I am going to play our intro.
It's jungle out there. Disorder and confusion everywhere. No one seems to care. Well, I do. Hey! who's in charge here. It's a jungle out there. Poison in the very air we breathe. You know what's in the water that you drink? Well, I do. And it's amazing. People think I'm crazy, 'cause I worry all the time. If you paid attention, you'd be worried too. You better pay attention, oh, this world we love so much might just kill you. I could be wrong now, but I don't think so, 'cause there's a jungle out there. There's a jungle out there.
I don't know that I know anything
went into
about
it really
Columbo.
Yeah.
Monk,
Peter
however.
Falk, right?
Monk is great.
I'd watch.
I said arguably the best
And we're
ever.
having an argument.
And we're arguing about it. So, Psych was good, but Monk was better.
Monk is better.
Monk was better.
Who is
Psych.
better?
Huh?
Psych.
Monk was good.
Oh, that's funny.
Black
Whatever.
guy.
Yeah.
Or
Course,
Psych,
Monk
Psych
was
was
funny,
good.
too.
Monk was better.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been wishing somebody would stick it out on YouTube so I could find it again. There was
Oh,
the thing
Sherlock.
I remember about Spike was there was one where there was some big reveal and he just went,
What's wrong with Sherlock?
holy crap!
What's wrong with Sherlock? No. The new one where he's got a
The same guy that played Psych?
Oriental,
Sherlock. He's talking about Sherlock.
the new show that's been out recently.
Asian.
Oh, was he in it? Yeah, he. When Lucy Liu was Sherlock?
I think she was.
Was he in that show?
No.
It may
So
not have been
the
Lucy Liu,
Psych
but it was-
actor was in 100 Million Things, TV, soap opera.
Well, he wasn't in this Sherlock. This guy's a nutcase in New York, and she's a character.
Oh, right.
What was the name of it? Maybe it wasn't Sherlock.
Elementary.
Elementary.
It was a good show. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Have you watched the BBC Sherlock
Well,
show?
the Sherlock Holmes with what's his face?
The
Cumberbatch.
Cumberbatch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah,
That was really good.
Really, really.
At least the first season, maybe two, were good.
Yeah.
The problem, like so many streaming shows, they take too long between the seasons.
That's kind of also a British thing
Yeah.
that they do that.
Okay. So anyway, that was my little treat. I thought it was fun putting that to the screen. Hopefully that there's no strikes against me for doing that. But other people, darn it, I downloaded it from YouTube. Someone else put it up there. I should be able to play it. And we talked over it a lot, so. Anyway, so that was Mike. There was Albert. We're here. What I was gonna do before I thought of the intro was to pull up a scene. With the wonders of ChatGPT 4o AI. Safe. I have something called the safe. Yes, right here. Boom, boom. As everyone's phones are going crazy. Here's a little picture of what it might look like. And sorry for the delays. The YouTube should be going. And eventually you would see the image on the screen. Yeah, turn on the YouTube video. It's like a 15 to 30 second delay. Eventually that image will show up. So anyway, Bay, you would see, if you took a quick peek, you would see the two people talking, and after they said, Killian would probably say something about Balric. Why don't you go back to your home, go back to your house, and just try to get a good night's rest, right? I'm sure things will look better in the morning, and. So they'll both leave. They'll both go out and go out back out to the bar, and Balric will probably hang out for another, 10, 20 minutes before she heads out.
Now, do we still think we need to follow her, or do we think our various cruises have fizzled?
That is not a question for me.
Who's still in the bar?
Bay and Artemis.
And Artemis. Yeah, I'm not there either.
So the only ruse that we know has fizzled is that she's alive.
That she is
The victim was alive.
Yeah, so you had once thought you would deceive them and make them think that you might bring her back to life. We didn't really talk about that in our summary, right? You did you got a scroll of Speak with the Dead, and you did ask your questions of Seraphina, who said there was a tall girl. I don't know if she even said a tall person, a short person,
Right.
that was there, but it was really just a shadow, which is incriminating, but still not.
But there were two people
There were two people there, one tall, one short, one taller than the short, right?
And she incriminated the. We asked her, the last question we asked was, who other than that one bad evil family
Yeah.
would want her dead? And she answered, the daughter from this supposed.
Yeah. No, she just did have this affair with Halthorn. Halthos? I get my name.
Halitosis?
Halitosis? Yeah, I like that.
Halitosis.
Yeah, Harthos. Thalrun Harthos. So yeah, we're to Artemis and Bay. I would start with Bay. I mean, you just saw them leave the office. What do you do?
Okay, so my ruse for coming out here was to go to the outhouse. So as long as they've actually left, I will go to the outhouse
All right.
and wait an appropriate amount of time so it's not suspicious, and
Sure.
then come into the bar.
Okay. All right,
And
Bay.
then I'll find RT.
All right, Artemis. You're sitting there all by yourself, right? And you have the other gals, the other people. You know, they're all having a good old time.
Right.
By now there's a bard playing in the corner as the evening festivities at the bar are picking up. These drinks by Brewmaster seem to be very popular. They're premium priced, and they're handing them out as fast as they can pour them. So while Bay's probably been out there for a good 5 minutes probably. You just waiting?
Right.
You're trying to be patient?
Yeah, because, I think it's a little risky to try to, originally we talked about following Valric, but I kind of honked her off, so I don't know that I don't know how viable that plan is anymore. So, I guess I'll wait for Bay to come back and see, because he's been gone a while, maybe he stumbled onto something.
Yeah, all right. So you're sitting tight, and Balrog's over there having a drink with her buddies, and a few minutes later, appropriate amount of time to not be conspicuous. Minutes later, Bay walks in back from the outhouse area and sits down and sharing information.
Yep.
You share the whole story. You share the story. So now what?
Correct. So you think you can break into it?
I don't know. I do own tools, but if I'm not mistaken, you described it as a dial. That's a whole other matter.
I mean, is there people we could call in? It seems like this is kind of a good lead here. And we are operating within the bounds of the law, I'm sure.
True. Well, it probably would look a little dicey if we were caught trying to open it. But we're also going to run into resistance if we just flash a badge and say, let us see it.
I mean, I was thinking we'd just sneak back and do it. Or do we just take the entire safe?
Well, that could work too. Of course, then we're thieves. But we're requiring evidence, right? That's how we sell it.
Exactly.
Probable cause. Impounding evidence. And if they don't know that we did it, so much the better.
and I opened up the window so we can sneak in through the back. We don't have to go in through the building.
Excellent.
So,
Let's do that.
Right.
when are you going to do it?
Probably gotta wait for everything to close down. Does this town have a like last call that we've noticed?
I'll say that the last call is like 2 a.m.
Well, if we wait till they close down, and they go around and close the window, we're going to be in a world of hurt. If we go now while everybody's busy, right? Because the drinks are
Okay.
flowing, it's noisy.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
Ballsy.
There's this voice in my head just saying, "Go now."
Right.
Does it sound like Ta, perhaps?
Sounded like Eeyore.
Well, there's that too. Now was coming from Eeyore, and what's the worst that could happen came from Ta.
Okay.
Don't ask what the worst stick is.
Tell me what you do.
So we make to leave as if we are leaving,
Well,
and then I feel like we should actually like leave and circle back, so people are watching us.
so like I said, 20 minutes later, 15 minutes after you get back, after Bay gets back, Balric leaves. Walks out. Right? Some amount of time after that, some amount of inconspicuous, not to seem like you're following Balric time later, you decide to leave also. Sort of the camera.
Yes.
I have the monitor with Ken's video off to this side. That's the reason I keep looking over there. So some amount of time that's not conspicuous after Balric leaves, you two leave, and you. What do? You go walk around the block.
I think so. Walk around the block, see if it feels like anyone's following us, and then we'll circle back around and basically come in through the backyard.
Okay. While you're out for a walk, could you possibly run into anyone?
Yes.
I don't think so. It's a small town. No one's
Well-
out and about, I'm sure.
Except for Belinda you do run into her and I was just on my way back to the bar. However, she is wearing a nice dress, which you've never seen her wear a nice dress before. And you almost didn't recognize her at first because she's got her face made up too, which you've also never seen her do before. She's more of a tough broad, and now she's dolled up, which you've never seen her do before.
I'm pretty sure 20 is Drover's drink. If I look at my map of Crimmor, 20.
And
Yes. So I imagine you were going around this big block right here, right? This block here. And in the middle of Tally Square, I should put that on the screen. Let me move that up here. Come on now. Right there. All right, so now we got to count to 15 so everyone can see it. So, halfway around the block is one of the town market areas, all right?
so I was thinking Friday night 6 o'clock. Maybe that stuff's closed down,
No,
but she borrowed it from the hotel owner or something.
You went back to the Pearl and you said, you probably paid gold for this. The owner's not just going to give you a dress.
Okay.
All right, so mark 5 gold off, right?
Okay.
You paid 5 gold for this dress, and the mother of the innkeeper helped doll you up a little bit. Oh, you go have a good night on the town, right? and you're out walking about, and you had heard that there was an entrance to the sewer in the middle of Tally Square.
Okay.
And so you're probably eyeing what would be I don't know, a manhole cover
Or a gate.
some entrance. It's some
Gated.
hole in the ground. Maybe it's a gate. Maybe it's a gate to that would be a dark stairway down. You're eyeing this. It's locked, right? And so you.
But then she's like, "Oh, guys, what's going on? Are you following the dwarf?" She's like, "Want to know what's going on with you guys?" And like, back to business as usual.
We're secret things are afoot.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you walk up, as you round the corner, you see this gal in a dress that bears the figure and resemblance to Belinda, but her hair's done and she's wearing a fancy dress, and she's shaking a gate. Shaking may not, it's not like she's, let me in, she's testing it, right? And she's studying it, and that's when you notice come upon her. Yeah.
Do you know Belinda from wherever we live? You look just like her.
Asshole, it's me. What's the matter with you?
Are you shaking a gate?
What? Oh, I was just this entry was intriguing to me. I was just trying to figure out what it was, where it goes, but that's not important. What about the dwarf? I thought you guys were staking around, gonna follow her.
Yeah, something came up. We're gathering evidence. Official, whatever this town name's called.
Crimmor.
Official Crimmor police business.
Oh, yeah,
City guard business.
I don't have my badge anymore. I don't have any pockets.
Probably don't have any weapons.
Any of my stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe a staff, but that'd be about it.
Okay, you can be a lookout for us. Come on.
Okay.
Just act like you're drunk.
What?
Definitely something wrong with him. Her.
So you continue. Hopefully, you can see the map by now. You continue around the Tally Square on the high road, and you're
And
back.
if there's any good spot where I know having her as a lookout, based on when I was out here last time, I would try to place her here and try to make it look like she's just kind of like wandering around drunk.
Okay.
Okay.
Give you our signal if
I'll give you a dagger.
if there's trouble. I'll give you a caca caca.
Sure. You put them.
You make it more of a robin sound.
Nope.
So I look at this picture. There's this little alleyway here, and she's kind of just leaning up against the buildings, staring around, and
In a pretty dress. Hey,
And
honey, you want a good time?
all right. As you guys go up the alleyway back to kind of where those it's right there by the porta potties, right? The outhouses. So anyone going out to the outhouse would probably, if they looked, would probably see you.
All right, well, let's go fast. So let's work our way up to the window, and then I want to listen and make sure I don't see anyone in there.
Yeah, so whereas they had a lantern light on before, the lantern light is off. You know what? That doesn't even make sense. It makes sense that they would leave that on as Killian would probably be in and out of there at least occasionally throughout the evening. Like if the registers got full, right, and they wanted to add money to the safe, that's conceivable.
We've been in there a while. Over thinking back, any sort of idea of how long between trips?
So I would put the time. Let's put it at 8 p.m. What do you mean, the trips?
How often is she coming back in the
Oh,
office?
I don't know if she's been back there since, but it's conceivable with the amount of people going through there that they might want to take some of the money out of the registers, right? That seems to make logical sense to me.
Okay. All right. Well, you're the one doing the thieving. What do you think here? Do we go in now, or do we wait for her next trip?
I think we need to wait for the next trip. We don't want to get caught midway.
So you guys are kind of hiding out in the shadows where you can look through the window and kind of see if someone goes in and out of the room. You have Belinda kind of doing her watch out down the hall. The people are coming in and out. You know, the beverages are flowing. That means people are going to the bathroom, right? So people come back and forth.
So I would like to use my minor illusion to kind of make a 5-footish bush that's kind of blocking the view to
Sure.
Artemis.
Sure.
It doesn't look too attractive, and there's
Just
a line for the bathroom.
Yeah. Yes. I'm hoping. Yeah. That careful balance.
Yeah. One of you give me a D4 roll.
D4. How about a 1?
Yeah, so you're only out there in about an hour before you can see Killian come in. And so one of you or both of you go up and try to see what she's doing?
Sure. I'll defer to Artemis here because he's more sneaky than I am.
All right. So, what do I need to do to?
Well, tell me what you're doing. You saw her come up. You saw her walk into the room. It's a lantern lit office. From your angle, you can't just see everything. You can see that she's in the room, but you can't see what she's doing in the room. What do you do? As you look to the left, you can see that there's people out milling about by the outhouses, but there's a little bit of a illusion of a tree there that gives you some cover, at least some cover. If someone looked over there, you think they could see you if they really looked, but with the cover, they might see someone's back there, but they wouldn't know what he's doing. So what do you do? What do you do?
All right, so I can see her, but I can't see what she's doing.
I mean, if you went up to the window and put your nose on the window, you could probably look in and see exactly what she's doing. But then, if she looked at the window, she would see you.
Right. No. We'll approach the window and endeavor to get a look at what she's doing.
All right, so, why don't you roll a stealth check? And I'm just, at this point, I'm saying don't suck. So, we'll set the difficulty class at this number.
Oh, finally. So that's an 18 on the die, plus 6 is a 24.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you feel like maybe the cover, maybe there's some box crates out there that you feel like you're pretty well covered. So people coming outside and then you just kind of poke your head around to take a peek, and you can see that she's crouched down, and she has a bag of coins, and she's opening her safe right now.
Excellent. Okay, so she's opening it right now. Is it already open, or is she working the dial and I can watch the dial?
Well, you can see, but the problem is her back is to you, and the safe. She's between you and the safe, so you can't really see.
Okay. All right, that's okay. Because our goal is to take the whole blooming thing. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
The
whole safe.
the whole safe.
That's
You and what army?
That's their plan.
Well,
We are level 2
I believe
adventurers
that's what we
after all.
I believe that's what we discussed.
I thought we were joking about that.
Iris
Well.
leans over to grab it.
That looks like maybe a ton.
Let's see here.
How big was the safe? I didn't see.
Not a
How
ton,
much?
But enough that.
Does a 3-foot square iron
Sure. What else would they have back then?
iron
Brass.
safe
Bronze.
weigh?
Those wouldn't be as
That's
durable.
not 3 feet.
What do you think it is? Well, let's take a peek. What do you think that is?
2
3
foot,
feet long.
2 foot square. So
Yeah.
go.
Do you want to go 2 feet?
I'd say 1 foot each for the steps.
Those
That's
are
2 feet.
5-foot squares, right?
Those
No, those would be fine.
those
Maybe-
kind of look small, so maybe a foot and a half.
All right, we'll say 2 foot square. 2 foot square. Come on.
I'm cool with 2 foot.
All right, we're doing 2 foot.
So
It's a small
8
desk.
feet.
Come on. All right, let's see what 4.0 says. If I can figure out where my cursor is. Because this is the end all, no all. All right, so if 150 sounds light to me, but
And out the window.
Empty.
well, that's also true. You gotta figure out how you're getting it out. So
300 pounds sounds
sounds could be reasonable. Yeah,
realistic.
yeah. We're gonna call it 300 pounds. Between the two of you, you should be able to carry it.
According to D&D,
Yeah, with my 9 minus 1 strength, I'm sure I can handle it.
You're 9 minus 1 strength. Yeah.
what are the D&D carrying rules? They've been updated now, so I don't know if they're as
Yeah.
absurd as they were. At least I assume they've been updated.
Anyway, so are you revising
So
your
does
plan?
Does she finish her transaction?
Yeah. So after a couple minutes, she opens the safe. You can see it swing open. There's stuff in there, and she throws a bag of coins. She empties a bag of coins into a box that's inside the safe, and she takes the bag back out. She closes the safe, spins the dial, and walks back out to the main room. How do I get off this?
You ready?
Well, I guess we could start with whenever we get to that point, I guess I could start with a sleight of hand and see if we can't figure it by hand so I don't have to carry the whole bloody thing, but I think we need to be prepared.
For the worst?
Yeah.
Alright. Ready to go?
Hey, no time like the present.
Alright, I'll do a quick look. See if it kind of looks like we have a clear shot to hoist ourselves in without being noticed.
Okay, so you wait for a good time. So you can either roll a dexterity check or a stealth check. The stealth check I'll give you advantage on because you're waiting for a good time, but the dexterity. So let's start with the stealth check. Just roll that with advantage as he's helping you. This would be Artemis rolling it.
Okay.
Oh, I should set a difficulty class as you're going through a window. Yeah.
All right. So you said stealth, right?
Yep. Oh no, I said. Did I say stealth?
I think so.
Oh, the stealth. Yeah, the stealth check. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 25.
Oh yeah, yeah. You wait for the right time. There seems to be a distraction, and your opportunities now is the dexterity check to see if you can jump through the window without any problems. I still think that.
A natural 20.
Oh yeah, no problem. You kind of do that, and you kind of do a headfirst rolling somersault into the room, and you end up right in front of the safe.
Awesome.
Lock the door.
Oh, lock the door, right.
That's a good idea.
I will attempt to lock the door.
Yeah, and it's a pretty simple. Inside, there's just a little loop and metal bar, not even hook, loop and hook that just kind of. It's not sophisticated. Someone could definitely kick that in. You see that there's a lock on the door, but it would be from the outside, right?
Okay.
Does the door swing in or out?
It certainly would come in. You'd open the door in. Yeah. Makes sense to me.
You want me to stay out here or come in and leave myself up against the door?
Well, why don't you come in? Because if we have to muscle this thing, it's better to have you already here.
All right.
I'm,
I will attempt to come in. So
okay.
I'll let him start fiddling with it, and I'll wait for what seems like a good break for me to try to my approach.
And I'm just going to assume that you've had a couple hours to sober up.
That's hopefully a good idea.
Could also explain the whole plan. Their stealth roll belies there.
So go ahead and give me a dexterity check. It's the same number.
How about a natural 1?
So as you crawl in and you put some weight on the window pane, it breaks.
Fudge.
Now you feel like you're on borrowed time. You had a fantastic stealth check, so you feel like maybe you weren't, but that caused some noise, and people why don't you roll me a concentration check for your minor image? I know they don't technically require it, but it feels.
Hey, 21.
20. All right, so you kept your minor image up. Now it's interesting because it is a concentration spell, isn't it?
Minor illusion? No, it's just got to be recast occasionally.
Yeah.
Like it only lasts around for a minute or two.
Yeah, so I think it's in Baldur's Gate 3, the Mage Hand, right? They only let you do it once per short rest or something like that.
Oh.
They don't let you keep doing in the game, right? In the video game. So I don't think that's a rule yet in D&D, but anyway, so you're in there, broken glass on the ground, inside and out. That was certainly noise, but you still feel like maybe they didn't hear you. What do you do?
I will park myself against the door, so if someone comes in, they'll have to and tries to break it down.
The good news is the bard is playing, and there's plenty of noise in the bar.
And Belinda probably heard it, so maybe she came around to at least look down the alley.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, you look down there, you saw the broken window. You see the minor illusion is still there, and you see people kind of looking up that way, but they don't really see anything because the illusion was blocking it well enough.
so maybe she'd try to strike up a conversation with those people.
Well, you would have to. In my mind, you're in like other ends of the alleyway. You're watching from a different end. Now you can cross through there if you want.
Well, that's what I was saying. Did she come when she heard the window break?
Well, you tell me. You heard the window break, and you want to walk all the way to it.
To roughly where they are, and then
Uh-huh.
maybe sort of just if there are people looking around, just try to distract them. And,
Yeah.
something. Oh, did you see that was
Thank you, sir.
there was some kind of an animal. It went that way. Did you see that?
I thought I heard something break.
Right
Did the
after
window-
I saw two big dogs or something go tearing down that way.
But the dog wouldn't break a window. Did it break a window?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So you hear that outside the window,
I'm just,
Bay and Artemis, and you're doing it. And you kind of blocking them. And
I'm just trying to get their attention away
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the window.
Yeah. Give me a performance check.
Okay.
And don't suck.
Well, it's a 3.
Getting all those sucky rolls out early.
What are you pulling, lady? It definitely was a broken window because year 3 didn't quite do it.
Yeah, I know. That's what. Maybe the animal's broken.
You
I
can
don't
hear
know.
you can hear this argument going on outside, and you can tell, especially Bay, you can tell that this person that's talking to Belinda isn't quite buying it. But I'm to Artemis. Artemis, what are you doing?
So Artemis is going to at least make the attempt to attack the lock,
Yep.
assuming that it truly is a combination lock per the picture.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. So I imagine you putting your ear to it and you're spinning the dial, right? And so you're gonna need to make 3. This is gonna be your based on. Do you have proficiency in thieves' tools?
Let me see here. Yes. Let's see. Proficiencies and trainings. Yes.
All right. I had hoped because in this particular case, it's not your finger dexterity. All right. A lot of times, your thieves' tool is based off your dexterity, right? But in this case, it's more based off of your perception, your ability to hear the clicking and the manual dexterity turning the dial. That's nothing. It's how well do you hear. So I will say, if your perception is better, you may use your perception. But if your proficiency in thieves' tools is better, use that.
FYI, you have expertise in thieves' tools.
Yeah. So it should be double proficiency, right? So that's what expertise gives.
So what does that mean? He does like a dex.
No. Well, no. You just roll it. It's so your proficiency is what, +2 probably. So add. And what is your what?
Sleight of hand is currently showing black dot +4.
Black dot +4. That's great. So what is your perception score? And do you have proficiency in perception?
I do not have proficiency in perception, and it is a +0.
Yeah. So I want you to put your +4. You're going to still roll with +4 as we're putting your thieves' tools proficiency, but we're using a perception check. All right. You still get your +4. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll d20 and add 4
Okay.
instead of his normal 2. Oh, and I should set the difficulty class at. We're going to set it there.
That's a 17 total.
So you're spinning it, and you know left, right, correct? Right. And you're spinning it to the left, and you hear the levers clink. So you feel like you've got the first number, and we'll establish that number as a D100 of 72. 72 you feel is the first number, and then you start to go the other way, past the number and to the number. Is that what you do? Past the number as you're spinning it, And now you.
Junior high gym locker, yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
how to say it.
That's the only one I know too. So pass the number. As you spin it, and you're paying attention, you need to roll another perception check. We're gonna do 3. This would be the second of 3.
Okay. Still with the +4, yes?
Yes, still with +4.
Alright. Ooh. That's a 22.
Yeah, you are very convinced that the second number is 65. All right, and then you're going back to the third number. Roll your third perception check.
Alright. Now that's a 14.
Are you happy with that number?
No. This needs to work. So 14. I will spend 3 luck to make that a 17 again.
Okay, so as you go back, you feel like the third number is 86. And when you try the handle, there's a click and it opens up.
Excellent.
Inside the safe, you see a box. The box that she's seemingly full of coins. Right? And you feel it's heavy, but underneath it, there's a pile of papers.
Uh-huh.
I would guess the papers are what we want.
Yep. Alright. So, we have no need for the money, and that would only draw more attention. So, and I'm not going to waste time sifting the papers, right? Because we don't know when she'll come back in here.
Is there any loose papers out and about?
Oh, many. You can see in the. Yeah.
I want to grab some and basically try to replace the ones in the safe. So, like a cursory glance will make it look like nothing was taken.
Love that.
Okay, so I imagine there's, I don't know if these exist. There is a leather binder, right? A piece of soft leather, a book that with a cord around it, and inside that they have a whole bunch of loose papers. So what you're describing to me is you empty that of loose papers and you shove it full of new loose papers.
Yes.
And you put that binder, for lack of a better term, right, the D&D version of a binder, right, back in there, and then tell me what you do.
Assuming we've got everything out, I'd say shut the door, spin the lock to lock it again, and then I'm going to take my dagger and start making it look like we tried to break into the safe.
Okay.
But we failed.
Okay. And you leave?
And then let's get out of here. Look for a good break and jump out.
All right. And as you jump out, let's do a luck check. Let's see how lucky you are. Well, let's set the luck check.
Luckily, I just had a natural 1 to raise my luck score.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's good because your buddy just spent some.
I mean, because as you go to the window, you still hear, well, I heard a window break.
I'm going to spend 3 luck to re-roll that.
Hey. It's a question of weight ratios. A 30-pound dog could break a 2-pound window.
I guess if you threw it at it.
Do we both need to roll that?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 15 total with my re-roll.
Okay.
How many bystanders am I distracting?
Well, the one.
Just the one.
The one.
Okay, so maybe if I see a leg sticking out the window, I might really
Well, you're not facing them anymore. Your back's to them.
Oh, okay.
You've stepped forward, and this is a guy that was thinking of.
Well,
he's half drunk. I give you
yeah,
that.
no, but I was trying to distract him away from the window.
Yeah,
Keep his attention
you're
away
trying
from
to
the
pull him
window.
away, but
Okay.
you're pulling him away.
You could try your
But
women
he's
wild.
you had a bad performance check, right?
Yeah.
And he keeps looking back. Well, I thought I heard a sound.
You could occupy all of his attention.
Well, that's I was like.
Oh, you got to up the ante here?
Yeah, all right. I'll do it. Another performance, or just,
Well, roll me a perception
You
check.
know, I've been trying to figure out who it is. You remind me of. You remind me of an old friend.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
You're a butcher. You've cut some pigs in your day, right?
Yeah.
Only on Lonely Fridays.
Yeah. You're not aware of anything happening behind you.
6.
Yeah. But you know they've been in there a while, and you know they're on borrowed time.
Yeah. So you know you remind me of an old friend Rollerin of mine, and he was such a handsome man, and
Well,
I guess maybe that's why I'm attracted to you.
Well, I guess you're kind of a handsome lady.
Handsome might be the right word.
Yeah.
You are a lady, right?
Yeah.
You
Thanks.
are.
I did put a little effort into trying to look nice tonight.
All right, reroll your persuasion check.
Okay, come on.
She probably
8.
Hey,
You got it.
arms
Not her strong suit.
I'm gonna need another drink.
Probably has arms big.
Let's
as
go
well.
inside. I'm buying. Come on.
Oh, you're gonna okay? As long as you're buying.
All right, you walk inside.
Yeah, to take him around.
And as they go in, you hear Belinda taking. You heard all this because the window's broken for crying out loud. And no checks needed. You guys jump out and you're out of the window with it. And I imagine you take the long way around the building again. Do you go back in at all? What do you do? Tell me what you do.
We probably need to go back to the Pearl.
Oh, sure. You're just gonna leave Belinda there?
Well, yeah, she knows we're leaving. She can take care of herself.
That's right.
She knows the plan.
Okay.
Seems like she has some plans of her own. So
There you go. All right.
yeah, we need a chance to go. We need to go back so we can digest these papers
Yeah.
and give the other crew a chance to play.
Yeah. We'll get to them. I mean, the timeline has to add up too. So, it's been 5-10 miness, and you bought this guy a drink.
Yeah, and maybe
And he's
kept asking him about if he knew Roland, whatever.
Honey,
And-
I'll be anyone you want me to be. If you keep buying me drinks.
And since he doesn't, maybe she would ask the brewmaster again, or the
Thalron
somebody
or
from the
Killian's still there.
from the guild. Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever.
You start asking around about Rollerin.
Yep.
And no one seems to know. And if they
Nobody-
did,
they
it
don't
wouldn't be
remember.
anyone.
No, nobody's
Yeah.
heard of it. Okay.
No one knows
Yeah,
Rollerin.
it was an old friend that
Wasn't there a
around-
Rollerin that was kind of a charismatic guy? Theobald. RT. Rollerin Theobald. He was here, I don't know, a few years ago. And they're thinking of Artemis.
So, yeah, but now, of course, I mean, the whole point was to get this guy away from it. So,
Yeah.
he's had his drink and
Okay. Yeah. You flirted with him for a while, and
Well, where are you going? I thought the night's just young. Here, I'll buy it. My turn to buy. Don't leave me here. We're just getting friendly.
Yeah, but I do need to.
Hey, I'll be
You get
back
back
tomorrow
tomorrow.
night.
Okay.
I'll look for you tomorrow.
All right, and and then she'll
Where are you staying?
at the inn at that end of town, completely
other-
opposite
yeah.
of where their hotel is.
Oh, yeah.
The whatever it's called, the Faded Leaf or something.
all right. So you make your way back to the Pearl. The three of you are looking through the papers, and some of them are contracts about like the shipment of wheat or other grains are going to get supplies. But you find one that is signed by Lamia Crytrapper. Now you might remember the Crytrapper family owns most of the taverns and inns of the city. And in this, you see a contract that says, for the permanent ending of the affair, you are signed over the drover's drink to Killian Drover. It's a contract basically saying that Lamia Crytrapper will sign over ownership of Drover's drink and any debt owned by her uncle for the permanent end to the affair. The aforementioned affair. That's what it says. And it's signed by both Killian Drover and Lamia Crytrapper, which you would remember is the mom, the lady, the head of the Crytrapper family.
Interesting.
So she was trying to end the embarrassment.
So,
No comment from the DM. Yeah, interesting.
all right. So, now let's. Meanwhile, the rest of you. That would be Jeffa, Charles, and Eldrin. You're in the wagon. You've made your way out the gate. You saw it. Didn't we say something about you saw something signed by Killian Drover about them? They had gotten horses and they signed out. So you had seen her signature, right? And as you come out of the gates, as for a mile outside along the pass, and if we look at the map of, one of these is minus. You come out this, but then you come around, and this whole field out here is full of caravans, and it goes for almost a mile outside the city as these caravans are all lined up. As a matter of fact, you would probably notice a set of fancier, better kept, a line of 10 of these wagons that are closer, a premium spot outside of the gate, which, if you recall, might be the Opal's caravan of stuff that they have pool. They bought the spot and they're waiting to get in, and this is what they're being held up in customs, right? And as you leave, you go out into the evening. It's 6 p.m. Right? We said that's when you have 2 hours of sunlight before it gets dark. In our world, we say sunrise 6 a.m., sunset 8 p.m. Right? Just to keep it sane. Right? And as you do your 2 hours out, that only got you halfway there. Finally, the sun falls, right, and sunset, and then it gets dark, and it's you get to Perskull without problem, and it is nighttime. However, I do have a picture. It's easy to find. Right on the road is the Sunset Wheat Sunfield Storage right here. Boom, boom. Now, obviously, this is daytime, but it's nighttime. There's no one there. You pass it, you see it, but there's Sunfield Storage. Right?
That must have been where they got their wheat, or they were visiting, supposedly.
Yes.
There are probably guards. There's probably somebody there, but yeah, I mean, you could talk to them, but you don't. Heaven knows if they.
Yeah. So, I guess as we would approach the town,
Mm-hmm.
there would be some sort of posted guard along the road.
Oh yeah. So unlike Crimmor, which is a walled city, this one is an open city. There's no walls to it.
Right.
Right. There's just you come up the caravan trail off mile into town, and you go into town, and you pass this on that road just before you even get into town.
Okay,
And
so it's on the edge of town.
It's on the edge of town, closer to the main caravan road. and so you see that. There's probably a single lantern somewhere out where there's a person just keeping night watch.
Yeah, so I think it would be appropriate for us to check in with the night watchman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, say, hey, we're here on business, and we need a place to stay for the night, and we're looking for the granary first thing in the morning. Where would that be?
Well, I mean, this is the granary. Yeah.
Is that the only one? I guess.
So you announce yourself as you come up, as you're looking for the guard. Hello, anyone here? Anyone here? And there's an orc, kind of a commoner orc, half orc. This city, once upon a time, had a lot of orc population, and they're still there, right? And so the half orc comes in and says, well, keep your distance now. We don't want any trouble here.
No trouble to be had. Is this the only granary in town?
Oh, this is the big one.
Is this the only?
There's other small ones, but this is the one that if you need any business, the manager will be in the morning. I'll look up the manager's name.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll check in with them in the morning.
Yeah, Garen will be here in the morning.
Where can we get a bite to eat and sleep for the night?
Yeah, the Husk Corn is the tavern in there, and they have a couple rooms. The Husk Tavern.
So
Husk Corn. What did I say? Husk Corn.
Husk corn. Yeah.
Husk Corn.
I'll reach
Husk Corn.
over off the carriage and
Oh.
offer him a silver.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, man.
Appreciate the advice.
Yeah, Husk Corn. All right. Go into the tavern. Yeah, it's a Friday night. Good crowd. There's probably a bard there. This guy is not nearly as good as the one at Drover's Drink, but there's a guy with plucking his lute, and a good crowd at the Husk Corn. As I made that up on the fly.
Pretty good.
There's another place across the street called the Jimmy Crackhorn, but I don't care.
Oh.
Oh, you.
Boom, boom.
Well, that's now canon.
Jimmy Crack.
That is a better name.
Yeah. Maybe he should be DM.
That would be interesting to see you DM a game. Just a one shot.
You expect a bad pun every half hour?
You seem to.
All right, so this is
It's 10 p.m.
yeah. See what we can find out in the bar and.
Sure.
So the name is now Jimmy Crackcorn?
Yeah, well, it's called Husk Corn, but everyone calls it Jimmy Crack Corn. It's Jimmy's Husk Corn, so he's kind of cracked, so let's just call it Jimmy Crack Corn. Oh, you mean Jimmy Crack Corn? Yeah.
Whenever he bends over, you'll know exactly why we call it the crack corn. Jimmy Crack Corn.
Oh, God. Maybe you should be DM.
Yes. So I think we'd go in the bar and.
Yeah.
I would want to chat up the waitress. Is that kind of bar where there's a waitress?
Yeah, sure, there's a barmaid.
Barmaid.
Sure. I mean, I don't know that we'll learn a lot.
Yeah, I mean, as you ask to see if there's, as you ask people, what do you say? What do you?
Hey, we're just in from Crimmor for the night. We're looking for some information on a good granary here. Where the most of the business
and he validates that this Sunfield grain is the big one.
Yeah.
So here's my thought for tomorrow. Here's kind of our approach. Is we don't ask them like, oh, have you seen this person or did this person come? Because they'll probably say something like, oh, we don't talk about other clients or something like that. But what we can do is we can say, we were sent on reference of this person who was here. When were they supposedly?
Last night. So
Or when was
6 p.m.
When was the murder? Right.
Oh, the murder was 7, 8 p.m. Somewhere in there.
Like 2 days ago.
No, last night.
This is Friday night. It happened last night. Yeah.
Okay.
Thursday night.
So on reference of this person that was here last night, and then like name her. And if they say, who? Then we know that they weren't there.
There's a good chance she knows her.
Or they say, oh, they weren't here last night, or something like that. Then
Okay.
Yeah. I'm willing to try it.
Mm-hmm. So you find a room and you spend the night.
Yeah.
Unless
Sure.
there's other things you want to do.
Get some food. Yeah.
Yeah, food, drink.
drink.
You boarded up. That they have a stable with
No
the inn.
interesting
And,
characters in the bar.
oh, there's all sorts of interesting characters, like Jimmy Crack,
So Jimmy, yeah, I mean, we can talk to Jimmy Craig.
who happens to be the bard also. He sings and you don't care. Yeah.
Sing it up, Jimmy Craig.
Yeah. All sorts of interesting characters.
You don't light a match in this place though. You know, all the grain dust.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's probably grain alcohol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would ask the barmaid if there's been any interesting characters in lately.
She'd say,
Wait, I don't know.
son, we get interesting characters. The caravans come in here. They come in here for a drink. They drink our corn whiskey, and but if they're not interesting when they come in, they're certainly interesting when they go out.
I have a friend who, she's always coming around here. Her name is Balric, and
Red hair.
she says she was just here yesterday. I passed her in Crimmor. She told us to come here.
I don't know anybody by the name of Balric.
Red hair.
Yeah, I described her.
Red hair, short red hair. No,
Dwarf?
no. A dwarf, short red-headed dwarf. I don't remember.
Braided locks.
Just yesterday? Yeah, no one like that in here yesterday. I worked last night. I don't remember seeing her at all.
I could have sworn she said she'd come here. Is there any other bars in town?
Well, no. This is the main bar. If you wanted food and drink in per skull, this is where you go. Want some popcorn?
I love popcorn. Buttered and salted?
What?
Should they get popped in Jimmy's Craig?
Never mind.
It helps wash down the alcohol.
Alcohol.
They got plenty of grain alcohol for sanitizing.
Yeah.
So basically, you talk around. There's no inclination. Now, the timing would mean that you were aware of. They didn't have time to come socialize much. They might have. They might have stopped in for a meal, but these guys don't remember them. There's no indication that they came into this bar.
It's not like her not to stop in a bar, even just one drink. No, so be it.
All right.
Yeah, otherwise turn in.
You turn in. All right. So now it's bedtime. Everyone's turned in, and I'm sorry for the quick. I have a good thing for you guys. We'll get to you in a minute. Back to you. All right. But we're back to you guys.
Let's get back to Belinda in the middle of the night.
So you guys
The
find
guy from the bar is gonna come looking for me.
Or whatever else you've got going on, because clearly you've got something.
Belinda, you come back. You go straight back to the Pearl.
Yeah.
You go straight back to the Pearl. You see these guys looking over the papers, and they have one in particular that they're looking at, and they show it to you. Show it to them. Her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I heard that, and then when I was talking to the brewmaster earlier, he didn't say anything about him owning the place, did he?
No.
He's like
Brewmaster doesn't own the place. It's
Killian.
Killian. Okay, but this document said it would be signed over to him.
Signed over. No.
The bar was
signed
going to
over
go
to Killian.
Oh, to Killian.
Yeah. The
Oh.
Lamia Crytapper, the head lady of the Crytrapper family, who owns all the other bars in the town, has signed over this bar that was owned by her uncle and has forgiven all debts
To Killian.
to Killian for the permanent ending of the affair.
Okay.
the permanent Killian of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
Killian
how's he
and
gonna how's he going to end the affair?
Well, so Killian and the
She,
brewmaster
it's,
Killian is a she.
it's
is a
the
woman.
older lady.
Because
But
she's
she-
a dwarf, right?
No.
No.
So
All
Killian is the woman that runs the bar, is the owner of the bar.
And I'll get him up here in a
The
second.
tall one.
Okay.
And
But he's the one having
Oh.
the affair, not her. Why would?
yeah, well, okay, but if she snitched on him, then maybe she could end it. I guess that's
Or if she killed someone.
yeah, that would end it. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Ah.
that person. Okay.
Motive.
We've got a short one and we've got a tall one.
Yeah, and she would have a motive.
By the way, AI does not like making female dwarves. It doesn't know how. This
Well-
is fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. I can imagine. Give me a female with a beard and it just freaks out. Yeah.
Oh, but that's a lot of the lore, right? Is that the male and female dwarves look a lot alike.
Yeah, the females can have a beard.
Yeah.
So I think that's a fantastic female dwarf.
Yeah. Okay.
I was unable to do it today, but
And she and the brewmaster, they're not like, related or anything, but they just both.
their relationship
Work here.
is the brewmaster is her brewmaster
Works
for
for her.
this.
And was she acting like she owns the place?
Yes,
She did-
she owns.
okay,
She
okay.
owns the place.
Okay, so that's interesting. So that's how she became the owner of this place. Okay.
Just to clarify, they're the two people who went to the other town, right?
These
It's
two
both
that
of them.
Yes.
these two that are on the screen right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The brewmaster was working. The brewmaster
Very
was the one having
He was the one having the affair.
the affair with the victim.
Yeah.
But then she would have just become the owner just now if that's how she ended the affair. But I thought we also heard that he had broken it off, or she had broken off the affair,
She had
But
broken
that's
off
not a permanent ending.
but she had broken it off recently
Seraphina.
recently.
before she died. Okay.
Tragically met her end.
Okay.
She was
So that.
vaulted from.
So you think that's their ace in the hole? What? How does that?
You like it?
Yeah.
Because you overheard her say something about the ace in the hole, talking about something that was in the safe.
Same. Yeah.
So she gets the bar now because the affair is ended.
Or maybe it's that they can use this to show, hey, the mother paid us to do this.
Oh.
Because we've been
Yeah.
going. We want the person who orchestrated this. We don't really care about who actually did it.
Okay. And that's the Dragon Lady is the one who signed it.
No.
Or the Crimmor. I'm getting the families
The
mixed up.
mother.
She is an innocent bystander, maybe.
So
The mother of the.
there's. I can get my notes here. There is brewmaster, which is Thalrin Harthos.
We need a bulletin board with red strings on it.
Well, you should build one.
I truly do.
There's Thalrin Harthos, who is married to Valora Crytapper Harthos, but Thalrin was having an affair with Seraphina Crimmor, but he was getting too serious. Thalrin was getting too serious, so Seraphina dumped him.
And it's the mother of the one who was
Valora.
being cheated on
Yeah.
was the one who said she'd sign over the bar if they got the affair to end.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe that, like somebody said, that's the ace in the hole, is that we can point the blame at her, that she orchestrated this. Is
Well,
there
so
any?
Killian wasn't one of the people that put it in the safe. Who was putting the stuff in the safe?
Killian was.
Cillian was.
Oh,
Yeah. This girl.
And any other papers? Anything interesting?
The other were contracts.
Okay.
Various kinds of contracts.
Okay. So it gives her Killian motive, but maybe spurred on by Mommy Dearest, And maybe that's what she was saying, her ace in the hole is to point the blame at. But the affair was already cut off. It was. She had ended it.
Maybe they didn't know.
Maybe they didn't know
Well,
that.
Have you? Yeah. So what does Halthrin think? What is Thalron's opinion of it all?
The brewmaster, he was upset, and
He was
talking about leaving his wife for her.
Yeah.
And trying to get her back, right?
Thalron is smitten and in love with Seraphina. Was
Okay.
with Seraphina.
So there was still a need to permanently end it. Okay. So it doesn't tell us who was actually in the room and summoned the elemental that killed her. But it still
it gives us enough circumstantial evidence where we could probably
Do you want to arrest these two?
question them.
Yeah.
Maybe. And we don't have to say we have it. We can see if they will give up the person.
I mean, it's still circumstantial at the moment, like the evidence. I mean, it can be enough to implicate and use as leverage on them, but
Yeah.
probably not enough to.
And in a day, 12, 15 hours or so, we'll know whether they have an alibi or not.
Yes.
Okay. So you think
So
we
we
should
go to the whatever her name is.
Seraphina, Valora,
No, the
Lamia.
the captain of the guard.
Oh,
the head detective.
Leiden Prowl, the Inquisitor.
So we go see her
Probably should go to her and go, all right, this is what we think.
tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I'd say now.
It's like 9 p.m.
Right. They're gonna see that someone tried to break in. We covered our tracks as best we could, but that's not gonna stop them for long.
Well, yeah, they're gonna see a broken window and you scratched up the safe. Okay, we can go find her tonight, I guess.
Okay. 9 p.m. You guys head back out.
Figure out where she lives. She's not gonna be at the police station, right?
No. Yeah, you guys don't know where she lives.
Exactly.
We're in the Pearl, right? I mean, they
Yeah.
stuck us up here. We could go. They know that we're here on visit. We could go say, hey, we need to go talk to. The name I'm again forgetting.
Leiden Prowl. So you
yeah, we need to go talk to Leiden Prowl.
you start there's a guard on many guards throughout the town. This is a pretty safe city, and you start talking up the guards and saying, "Hey, we need to talk to the city, talk to Leiden." But as you do, there is a commotion that someone runs to the guard and says, "Hey, someone has broken into the drover's drink."
No, we didn't. I mean, what?
and they say, "Well, we better go get Leiden."
Oh, good. All right, we'll follow you.
So eventually, you end up back at Drover's Drink with a handful of guards and Leiden.
You should volunteer to investigate the break-in.
Clearly, this was two stray dogs broke this window.
For a fee. Make sure you get your...
Look at Leonard's so offended that I'm blaming stray dogs.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like we should not bring it up right now. Maybe we will wait until we're done here.
Agree.
Well, unless you want to try to talk. Well, no, okay. So we met up with her there.
Yes.
Okay.
She didn't go there for you, but you knew she was going there because she was being summoned.
Okay.
She analyzes the crime scene. She takes it all in, and so Killian investigates the safe. Does she find out that the papers are missing? Ooh, sounds like a luck check, and we're gonna say, who would like to roll a luck check? One person roll a luck check.
What do I have these days?
This is going to be extremely bad luck for you.
Did I not? Oh, there.
So we're going to...
My luck's at 12. So that's plus nothing, right?
Yeah.
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
Okay.
I guess I have a +2.
For what?
A luck check.
He probably has the best luck.
He used some, though.
He used some.
Yeah.
What's your luck, Christian? What's your luck?
Modifier.
Or score, whatever.
Well, are you asking me how much I have left?
Yes.
My luck pool stands at 4.
You mean +4 or total 4?
You say it's 4.
Well, I don't understand where you're saying plus.
Modifier?
What would be the modifier?
Well, let's just start with your score, not modifier. Are you saying your total value of your luck right now is 4?
The one that we track, that we add and subtract from,
Yes.
yeah, that's,
You're giving yourself a +1 every week, right?
yes.
All right. Well, just remember, your luck is now like -6 or something, negative whatever it is, right? You're not going to want to be doing luck checks for a while. You and I need to have a conversation of how this luck works, because I'm not sure you understood. Ken, you have a +2. You should roll the luck check.
Yep. Okay. Oop, gotta hit roll and said cancel. Okay. Hey, that is an unnatural 20.
All right. So she goes in there, and the first, she checks her coin box, and it seems to be full. Nothing, and she all right, Leiden. It doesn't seem like they got anything out of my safe. So, and Leiden says, well, we could see the scratch marks. They tried to pry it open, but maybe they weren't lucky. They weren't successful. I guess we'll count our blessings. And Killian will shout over, hey, you, can you board this up for me? And so they start getting supplies. They're going to board up the window. And Leiden just says, well, you let me know if anything else happens tonight. But I think whatever they tried to do, they weren't able to get it. And so they're starting to disperse.
Okay. So then we could say to Light, we need to speak to you in private. We have some updates on the case.
Some time sensitive
It says,
updates.
it's kind of late. You sure this can't wait until the morning?
Correct.
Pretty sure.
All right. Well, you can walk with me back to the Thalhorn, where I'll write my report, and so walk me back. And as you start to walk back to the Thalhorn, that's what it's called, isn't it? That's what we're calling it tonight. The Thalhorn. What do you tell him? Tell her.
We broke the law.
Well, let's.
No, we tell her we came into some information.
A good Samaritan
Mechanical owl.
gave us some documents laying out a contract saying that she would
Her perception is
get rid of the affair.
intuition. When you
Intuition would be,
not the intuition, the one where you tell if someone's lying.
Insight.
Insight is going to be really high. And this is at least a +4.
You are lying
So-
Chief.
No, you haven't lied yet. You came into possession of some documents, and what are the? And she goes, and what do these documents say?
We will give you ownership of the tavern in exchange for getting rid of the affair.
Permanent end to the affair.
And you say Drover's drink.
Yes, yes.
And she's no idiot. She knows exactly now what's happened. and so she puts her hand on her head because you realize what you're telling me here. That the head of the Cry Trapper family arranged the murder of Lady Crimmor, the daughter of the head of the Crimmor family?
Yes.
What it sounds like.
Yes.
We
We are aware that that's what we're saying.
She wanted a permanent end to the affair, even though she broke it off. In talking to the brewmaster, sounds like he wanted to get her back.
Did it say to kill her?
No, it said to permanently end the affair.
Okay.
That's
However,
pretty permanent.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of ways to end up.
the deceased.
There could be a lot of ways to end an affair without killing somebody.
Correct.
Yes.
We have more evidence, and we're getting an alibi verified tomorrow. That if it comes back that they lied about their whereabouts is fairly conclusive. I think enough for you to start taking action.
All right. If you find, and who are specific, quit beating about the bush. Who are we speaking about? Killian?
Gillian and the dwarf. Balric.
Balric.
Yes. They claim they were out of town last night when it happened. And
They claim they were specifically in Crimmor?
Killian and Balric had gone to Perskull to arrange the contract of, the next town over. You're in Crimmor.
Yeah.
Crimmor.
Right.
So we're checking into that alibi. If that alibi does not check out, that would be further.
She said, and what time will your friends be back?
Tomorrow morning, midday.
They should just be arriving there right now. So they will stay the night, check it out, and come back as soon as they can.
Come to the office. Be back by 2 p.m.?
Sure.
4 p.m.?
I would assume so.
We're expecting him back midday.
I will be in the office. I will make sure I'm in the office between 2 and 4 p.m. tomorrow. If you can corroborate this alibi, validate or invalidate, bring this document you're talking about, and we will see where we go from there. I will need to get Mayor Brain involved. You present this to me, I will bring in Mayor Brain. And we will see how we should proceed from there. Fair? Satisfied? Thank you for your work.
Yes.
I hope to see you tomorrow.
One more question on an unrelated matter. How long have you been the
What's the punishment for breaking a window?
Inspector General, whatever her title is in this town?
I've been here for most of a decade.
I know.
Okay.
Good thing
Does
we weren't
the name Roller and Trevane mean anything to you?
Ruler and Trevane.
Case of some missing jewels, perhaps?
Perhaps you've heard the story of the lost lady, have you? Esmalay?
Yes. Yes, I.
Yeah. So the story about how Esmalay and Rolorin had an affair, and Esmalay perished, and Rolorin made away with her family jewels.
Yes. Did you ever recover the jewels or stories? Of
Well, the
where
rumor
they ended
goes that his body was never found. He was incriminated in her murder, but his body was never found. There's rumors abound about him being stuck in some secret passage or perhaps in the sewers, but many of adventurers have searched the sewers and never found anything. Why do you ask?
Thank you. Oh, I heard the tale. Someone in the bar was sharing the tale, and I just found it fascinating. That's all.
It is a fascinating tale, but I would tell you not to waste any of your efforts on it.
Oh, it just sounds like those gems were priceless, and it's such an amazing story of
That is what
lost love and lost treasure. And
that is how the story goes. There was a priceless necklace of jewels. And I suppose that is why I have to pull people out of the sewers every once in a while. About once a year, someone goes down there looking for those jewels.
Really? How did they get down there?
I'm telling you, you should not waste your time. There are gates and entrances to the sewers about the city, but I'm telling you, you do not want to waste your time doing that.
How did they get down there so I can avoid such entrances?
So you focus on the murder, and we hopefully we'll be talking tomorrow. Actually, I hope not, because you don't understand the amount of political turmoil you're entering into. You're thrusting us into.
Yeah, we're not entering into anything. We're
All right. You head back to the Pearl.
Yeah.
Everyone, Bay, Artemis.
As for walking, I will add, do we want to stay at the Pearl? We kind of put targets on our back.
We did? How do you mean?
Well, I feel like Artemis and I have. We've been stirring up trouble, trying to get people to make a mistake. Alright. Everyone feels happy and content. Let's go. You can tell us about this sewer adventure you're
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, I haven't been in the sewers. What are you talking about? Do you think I would go into a sewer in this nice dress?
It does seem out of character. However, I've also never seen you wear a nice dress before, so...
Oh, okay. So a girl can't look nice if she wants to once in a while. I'm just a butcher. I'm just a butch. I just can't be pretty, okay?
How to get into the sewers.
Because I heard this interesting story that a couple of blokes at the bar were talking about it. It was fascinating.
All right, well, just keep in mind whenever you want to go on a sewer adventure, we'll be there for you.
What do you say to that?
I appreciate your support, but it doesn't make up for the insult that you just can't stand that I'm actually a woman and actually wearing something nice and actually want to look feminine and pretty for once.
Of course.
So do you go back to the Pearl?
You are correct. I apologize. Yeah, I think so. We go back.
Well, does Belinda go back to the Pearl?
You go on. I'll catch up.
Nope.
Annoyed with you boys.
We need to stick together and stay watch over each other.
Need someone to watch your back.
Yeah. All right. So she'll go back with you, but is still.
She's gonna pout.
Continuing to look around, just kind of look around as you walk down the street.
She's pouting.
Looking at the sides of buildings and down each alley and stuff.
Yeah, so the Pearl's right here, not too far from Drover's Drink.
Oh, okay.
Fellhorn was all the way over here, but Sure. Where was we're gonna put the Leiden was over here somewhere.
back. Yeah, we walked back.
And you walk back this way, and you finally go back to the Pearl. You go in. You settle in for the night.
Yes.
Settle in for the night.
We keep watch.
Keep over what?
Oh, we definitely keep, in case someone comes in
Oh,
and tries to
rotating-
murder us, or
Rotating watch.
search for documents.
All right. I need the three of you. Should I even roll? Oh, what? You're staying up for your keeping watch. The three of you.
I mean, I would hope we do it in shifts.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who takes first shift?
They will go first.
Okay.
All right. Who takes second shift?
Artemis.
Artemis.
Okay.
And you take the third shift. All right. And I want Artemis to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Awesome. That's an 8.
Yeah. Artemis, as you sit your back against the door and you contemplate your day, you doze off. And you doze off until you feel a nasty bite on your leg as you take 18 points of piercing, well, 4 points of piercing damage, 14 points of poison damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Crap.
Oh dear.
They got nasty ticks in this town.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Stray cat. That's
Okay.
No.
Yes.
What-
The
what
first
was for the okay.
the first Constitution saving throw was to see if you fell asleep, which you did. The second one was whatever just pierced you on the leg is trying to poison you.
Snakes. Stray snakes.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
be
that
okay
was
there.
not a whole lot better.
Nothing
That's an
was firm.
11.
Yeah, so you are poisoned until you finish a short or long rest, and you have suffered 1 level of exhaustion. As you look down, as you slap at whatever bit your leg, and you see
A vampire gnome.
this.
Oh crap! It's a scorpion.
It's a scorpion. And worse yet, you see 2 more of them crawl from under the door.
The door where we are.
The door to the room in which the 3 of you are.
Okay, so he was staying up, keeping watch in our room.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And these 3 just came in under the door. Okay.
So,
Tap on him.
So
I
there's
need
total points of damage.
you took 18 points of damage
Total.
total.
Okay. Well, then Artemis is down.
Ouch. All right, I need
TPK.
No, we're not. Everybody's not here.
That stays on the next
PPK.
round, right?
PPK, right?
PP.
Yes.
TPK.
but we have Bay and Belinda. I need you to what role would determine if you woke up or
Did
not?
you make any sound as you fell down?
No, the sound was ow.
Slapped him thinking that he.
And you know what? No roll needed. The 2 of you wake up as you look up and you just see Artemis, whose back was against the wall, just goes thunk on his side.
Crap.
Now you can roll me perceptions checks.
Perception. How about an 11?
How about a 13?
11 didn't do it, but 13 did. As you see a creepy crawly scurry away from his body.
Alright, so I spent 2 luck to do that.
Why don't we roll some initiative, guys? I'm sorry for you guys that this is just telling the story.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a plus nothing now, right?
I believe so. Yes.
I think we're gonna come back to town.
Yeah.
Have only half.
You
the
said
party.
do initiative?
Yeah.
Maybe.
9.
9.
Just since, guys, if you guys didn't come with me, you would have been.
All right, I heard Bay had a 12,
Correct.
and Belinda had a 9. Artemis?
18.
18. Probably didn't want to roll high that time. You already had your turn. Your turn is passed. Bay, you saw him slump over, but you didn't see anything. All you saw was him slump over. Right? It was you that rolled a 13 on your perception, right?
Yeah. So, based on my years and years of adventuring experience, does it look like he just fell asleep, or?
Yeah. No, because you heard him wake you up.
Okay. I'll use my bonus action then to use a healing light. So you can take a d6 of healing.
Okay.
Artemis, wake up! For my action, I will cast light to make some good light in here.
Fantastic. Great idea.
Just something.
Yeah, and as you cast light, those 3 of those scorpions become apparent. All right, and that was anything else, Bay?
No, that'll be it.
Yeah, but the scorpions on their turn scurry under the bed, under some clothing. They dash and hide.
Okay, time to leave.
Belinda, your turn.
I believe it's nope.
Okay, so they're underneath.
They're under. They have scurried underneath things.
Under the bed or under the. Okay. So, well, and you just said you think it's time to go?
Yeah. Creepy Carl is not a fan.
All right, so let's.
Also very suspicious that 3 scorpions just came in here
Check, please.
All right.
in a very nice inn. I'd be curious to look outside and see what's going on.
All right, so then you grab our stuff and
So
pick him up.
you're gonna take the time to grab your stuff.
Well, at least.
Might be
Or
in
at
it.
least whatever they crawled into.
Bay is just going. I was imagining one of us at least was sleeping with the documents because they were fairly important.
Out the window.
So, at least Bay is in his night clothes
He's just going. Yeah.
because he had his first watch, and you didn't sleep. Whatever you're a warlock anyway, so you probably didn't have much as far as armor. Artemis probably had his armor
I
on.
mean, a nice 1 AC that I'm losing here.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, yeah. Okay. Leave the stuff and just go.
Yeah.
At least maybe a shawl or something.
Yeah, well,
Grab
you
a
have your
blanket.
night clothes on,
Okay.
right? You could pick up your weapon if you want. You pick up something, but
Okay.
I would be hesitant to pick up anything that could be crawling
Like
into.
Boots. Yeah. Okay.
So you go outside. The 3 of you go outside. You slam the door shut, and you look down, and there's a piece of paper on the ground, right outside the door.
Okay. Pick it up.
You pick it up. It says, "Leave now, or it'll be worse tomorrow."
Suspicious.
So, well, okay. So we could. Well, I was saying we go back in there for our stuff, but there's the risk of getting stung. Or
There
we
is
go-
a gap in the door that you
Yeah.
think that you're pretty sure these things scurried through in the first place.
Yeah. So do we risk going back in for our stuff, or we just you want to just leave, or go what to the police station or to the healing wherever the
Shanto's cradle.
yeah where the body was being tended
And
to.
I want to run downstairs and see if there's anyone who I would recognize as being involved.
Okay.
You run downstairs, and the whole place is empty except for the night clerk that's snoozing on his chair. I mean, it is the second watch into the night, so
Yeah.
it's probably 2 a.m.
Yeah. So they closed and left. All
He
right.
was asleep, so he didn't see.
You wake him up. What's going on?
Anyone just come down here?
You guys?
All right. I need a complaint. Someone just put scorpions into our room.
What? Unheard of. In the Pearl? No way.
Your security is very lacking.
I don't. I've been here sitting here all night. No one's gotten past me.
Then you can go to our room and
Then how come I
deal with
snuck
the
up on you?
scorpions.
You didn't sneak up on me. I knew you were there.
So then you.
Where's
can,
your manager?
Are you asking me to call security?
I'm asking you to call an exterminator because there's scorpions in our room. And
Well,
I don't feel so good.
if you just walk down the street, you won't have to go but more than a block. You can find a guard.
well, okay, and you got him some hit points back, but Christian is not doing great. So
Yeah, he's not good. All right.
should we?
The healers probably make the most sense to go to.
So in your night clothes, you cross town. You take him to Chanteau's cradle.
Sure.
And you tuck him in. You hand him over to the sisters, and he gets a night at the spa as he heals up.
Yeah, and to be clear, Bay would have had the papers if.
So you took the time to grab the papers.
I was assuming one of us was sleeping with them. They're very
that
important,
was
so I
not
don't think they
specifically
would let that
mentioned.
Well, not before we went to sleep, but he mentioned it in there somewhere. But
Oh.
they're important, so yeah.
Somebody grabbed the papers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or had them on them.
All right. Bay, what did you grab running out?
Just the papers and my component pouch.
You grab your component pouch. Who else is? So, Artemis would have had his stuff right there. He would have got his stuff on for his watch, so he would have his stuff. What did Eldrin? Her nightgown,
At
right?
least, yeah, a shawl and
Yeah.
one of her knives. If you could
Her
give me
her
that, but if
evening
not-
hat, the old granny hat. As you rush across city in your shawl and your night clothes and your granny hat, and you take her to the sisters and you get her taken care of. All right, it is now 2 a.m. 10 a.m. He will have his long rest and he will get his level of exhaustion back. You along the way you took the time to talk to a guard saying this happened and where you'd be at. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Hopefully the sisters have some clothes we can borrow.
For you, very plain. Yeah, for you. Yeah, there'll be some very plain robes. Right. All right. I think we're done with the storyline. I think we can finally go. It's morning time in Perskull.
Quick sidebar. I'd like to point out I have cider now.
Woo!
Hard cider or just cider?
Just cider, sparkling cider, left over from the wedding.
Oh,
Nice.
There you go.
Rise and shine, guys, at the Corn Husk Inn.
So,
At the Jimmy Crack of Dawn.
yeah, so we'll all wake up and
Nice.
go downstairs, grab something to walk and eat at the same time, and just get right over to the.
Yeah, you get back to, was it Sunfield?
I believe the guard at the grain mill said what time the boss.
Yeah. The boss gets here nice and early. Even on a Saturday, he puts in at least half a day. But as you get there, as you get to the Sunfield Storage, you see a half orc in much better clothes with a crowd behind them. They're all pointing at the entrance to Sunfield Corn, and that's what you see as you walk up. This is the guy. Where is he? This guy. Except for he's not sitting behind a desk. I pity the fool. He kind of looks like Mr. T, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Those big T.
There's a commotion in front of the gates of.
So I would want to stand in the crowd long enough to find out what's going on.
Yeah, I would want to know what the commotion's about.
You hear them talking about creatures in their granary. I'm not going in there, boss. You go in there.
We'd walk up and be like, "What's in there?"
Creatures of the night.
He looks. And it's like, I don't know who you are, but it wouldn't be the boss, right? It would be one of the worst.
Yeah.
There's beetles the size. There's a beetle in the size of a horse.
That's a horse, you say, and you're scared of it?
A beetle the size of a horse?
I've seen
It
worse.
has those pincers that cut you right in half.
I've seen worse.
And there's other. Well, you could go in there.
So, so I guess I'd circle back with the rest of the group and be like, "This might be our in.
Yeah.
Because if we kill the thing, then he owes us a favor."
Or what's more, they clear out. We search through the papers. We find out the answer ourselves. Then we dispatch the beetle.
Don't look at me, you guys.
Right.
You're in this situation. What do you do?
I think the ends justify the means.
It might take a while to get
So
through all those.
devious.
Might take a while
Let's
to
just
get
go
through all
kill the
those
beetle.
papers.
Opportunistic.
Might take a while to get through all those papers.
Oh, yeah. If we don't find it, we can still ask.
I say we just kill the thing.
Yeah.
Well, killing is for sure.
So you start to move toward going into the. Do you talk to the big boss dude?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll let our fearless leader.
Here you have a problem.
They say there's a beetle in there.
You want someone to take care of it for you?
Yeah. Well, you do seem able. They say it's a big one though.
I've seen worse.
How do you know? Well, yeah, but I'll warn you, no fire,
I think I can.
no sparks, no fire, or we'll be picking up your remains from out here.
Oh, you get your
Ah, good point.
Don't use your fireball.
choke on that.
Yeah, just don't use the fireball. So,
All right, you go in, and let's roll initiative.
Unnatural 20.
Nice,
unnatural 20.
nice.
Wow. Jeez. Looks like
Ruin
I'm
it.
sucking hind tip.
Well, that's good. You're supposed
We
to be
should-
lower,
Oh.
so you can heal us.
Well, mine is a 17 plus.
Roll a strength check.
Come on.
13.
18. So we arm wrestle. And,
You take the time, you put one knee down, you find a barrel. All right, Jeff goes first. We're gonna make you 22. We're gonna make 22. We'll make Eldrin 21. Charles?
I'm still waiting for my. It's 17 plus, I think, 1.
All right, we'll make you 18. I thought I had you because the beetle, at least one of the beetles, rolled a 20. But no, not good enough. All right, so as Jeff, you open the door, you peek your head. The sun is streaking through the dusty, right? You can see the streaks of light coming in from the upper windows through the lofts. And I have a picture.
are we going in like the big main door in the front?
Big main door in the front.
Okay, yep.
They open it for just a crack, just enough long to let you guys in. And Where is my?
I cast fireball.
Here you go.
All that grain dust is gonna be a big boom.
A big ass beetle.
Bada boom.
All the little beetles are too?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of little beetles too. Matter of fact, the smaller beetles almost seem to be a swarm of beetles. All right, Jeff, you burst in. You see this cloud of beetles, this amorphous mass of beetles, and a beetle the size of a horse in there.
I like your idea.
Fireball.
No fire.
It's been a while since we've done combat, so I'm a little rusty here. So I rage.
Okay.
I did remember that much. So that's my bonus action. And then, so I guess how far away is it from?
40 feet.
Probably should have asked that first.
It's about halfway back of the. Yeah, and maybe a little less than halfway back is this beetle that's emerged from bags of grain. So you have the one definite horse-sized beetle, but then you have this more amorphous mass of beetles.
The swarm of beetles.
The swarm of beetles, yeah.
So we'll use the fireball on the swarm of beetles later. Okay, I do have to attack in order to keep my rage. So I will move 30 feet towards the large.
You're still like 10 feet short,
beetle.
but yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna throw a hand axe at it. Let me see.
At the big beetle, right?
If you haven't attacked a hostile creature, so this is an attack. Okay.
Maybe it's friendly.
Maybe.
You didn't bother to find out, did you?
Maybe the scorpion is
should've-
friendly.
You should have negotiated.
Cranberry.
I'm guessing an 8 does not hit.
Pretty
An
good
8
stuff.
does not hit. It bounces off his shell.
Had him try the white wine before I gave it all to him. I mean the white peach.
Did I get the sword? Dad's sword?
No.
No, I didn't.
Come and get some.
Well, now you're gonna antagonize it nice too.
At best, you see its little. It focuses on the source of where the axe came.
Did I do any damage?
Yeah. Charles, not Charles.
Also raging, Eldrin.
Eldrin is up.
So
You-
also bonus action rage.
You do have to attack this turn to keep rage. So
Yeah.
you. Okay.
You could stomp on one of the little.
So he's already pulled the trigger, so
Well, you have to
I'm
get
going to run
within
in.
a swarm.
It's your
And-
40 feet.
Oh, 40 feet.
That's what I told him.
I'm sorry. I
So
didn't realize it
that's
was
why I threw an axe was to
Yeah.
keep my rage. Yeah.
40.
Where's the swarm?
Well, sure. I guess I could.
The beetle's here. There's a swarm there. The swarm seems to be
I'll
right
come in
next to
10
him.
I'll come in 10 feet,
Yep.
pull my bow,
Yep.
and loose an arrow.
Yep.
And that is going to be. Thought I hit. Oh, what am I doing? Why would I not roll it this way? That is a 23
23 will hit.
and a D8.
The big beetle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
A D8.
Why didn't you cause any damage? You missed.
Because he missed.
That is 6 plus 2. That's 8.
8 points of damage.
That is my turn.
All right. So the big beetle has.
You heard me say I walked in 10 feet, right?
So, okay. So it would have to move its 30 feet to go get you if it wanted to. But it won't. It will go hit to him since he's closer.
Oh, it's his turn?
Yeah, the beetle's turn.
Oh, wait. Do I do any.
It's actually the swarm's turn. The swarm will move into your space, Jeff.
Okay.
And what will the swarm do? The swarm of prismatic beetles. Actions, bites, +5 to hit. Swarm, the swarm can occupy. Fine, we know that. Glittering carapace. All right, +5 to hit, and only 1. All right. That's an 8, and that's 13.
Does not hit.
13. So these beetles are all kind of swarming around you, right?
Bouncing off my fishnet.
Getting caught in your fishnet, being flicked off by your
Nipples.
That
Yeah.
nipple.
That net might come in handy. Rip it off and use it on the swarm.
All right, that was Belinda. Not Belinda. Charles, it is now your turn. Jeff has become slightly obscured by the swarm of beetles that have enveloped him. Beyond him, you can see this larger sized beetle.
Yeah, guiding bolt at the
Big one.
big one.
Roll for shit. I see a 5 on the die.
+3 is 8.
That's gonna miss.
I'm sure that's gonna miss.
That is the one where you roll to hit, right? It's not a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Bonus action?
Or inspiration.
You gotta move in at all?
No, I am not gonna get anywhere close to that thing.
For most.
All right.
Oh, I forgot I can. No, that reroll damage.
Well, if anyone needed healing, I could do healing word, but no one needs healing yet. So.
All right. The big beetle then also attacks Jeff, the closer person. The beetle makes 1 bite attack and 2 claw attacks. All right. We're gonna call the blue. The blue die is the bite. All right. Oh, one of the claws though has a natural 20.
Oh, God.
17. Does a 17 hit?
We'll miss you.
Meets it, beats it, right? So I have a 17 AC, or is it?
If you swang at something that had an AC 17, meets it, beats it, it beat your armor class. So it hit you with the bite. All right. The bite does.
Maybe this was
10
a bad
points.
idea.
10 points of piercing damage.
Which is half. Right?
Piercing, and I have resistance.
Yeah,
so
just
I get
natural piercing damage.
5
Yep.
damage.
And the claw that had the did D6 + 4 is 17 points of slashing damage.
And
That was a critical, mind you.
Yeah, I know.
okay, resistance against slashing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So half of 17.
8.
Okay.
Okay. Back at the top of the order with Jeff. That didn't feel good.
No, I'm at half health. So that's fun. We'll try to limit those maybe. Okay. Bonus action.
It may not be the
weapon.
time to hold back.
Yeah.
Well, other than fire spells.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not too sure about that.
So am I in base contact with the?
Yes, you're in
big
base
guy?
contact with everything. You're in the same space as a swarm.
Okay, so I will. That's a unnatural 24 to hit
On
the big beetle,
the big beetle.
and I can roll this twice. I rolled a 4 twice. Okay, so 6 points of damage.
Okay. It's something.
Something. I don't have these big, powerful. Like, you have a magical. Well, you don't have it with you. Magical weapon.
And
Or
his
like-
magical weapon doesn't get.
Yeah, I don't get any buffs.
Oh, you don't
There's
get
no buff.
bonuses.
It might have
Just
warned
be a
you.
heads up.
I have regular level 2 weapons, not
Yeah.
anything crazy fancy. And then, so the bonus action 2 weapon fighting. Oh, you'd have to be holding 2 weapons. But you said I could do a shield bash bonus action with
Yeah.
my shield.
Mhm.
I believe that was a. It was just a natural 20 to hit, or was there a?
There is an armor class. You rolled a hit.
They rolled it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you're rolling for your shield bash.
Yeah, it was 1d4 damage if it hits. that's a 13,
A 13 does not hit.
unmodified. I don't know.
Let me double check that. Yeah, because you were swinging at the big beetle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Eldrin, yeah.
I will take out my halberd and
Oh.
run up next to.
Wait, I misread rage. So it's not a +2 to hit. It's so that my attack would have still hit, but it's a +2 damage. So it would have been 8 damage
Instead of 6.
instead of 6.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take my halberd, run up to get in base contact with the big beetle.
Mm-hmm.
Like not standing right next to him, but close to him.
Yeah. Within 5 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
And taking a shot at
The big beetle.
the big beetle with advantage. That's a 12 plus 4. No, 12 plus 5. 17, and that is a 22. So
Yeah.
I'll take that.
You'll hit.
And now I'll use my D10. That is 5 plus another 2 for the rage.
17.
5 plus another 2 for the rage. So it's
7 total.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good start.
Could have been better.
All right. Did I skip the swarm? No. Did I?
Now,
No.
now the swarm and the beetle go.
Yeah. Well,
They go together.
no, they don't.
No,
So-
the swarm did go. It
Yeah,
just missed.
Yeah, because it
Oh,
swarmed
that's right.
him and missed.
Yeah.
The swarm is on you.
Yeah.
And it makes its attack. This is +5. That's 16 on die, 21. All right. All
You're at
right.
half, right?
One creature in the creature
I was
space.
beaten, but not bloodied, but not.
I have 12 of 25.
You
hit
take
points.
14 piercing.
So 7.
And then you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 23.
You passed. You had this sense of this euphoric sense come over you, but you shrugged it off. On a success, so you shrugged off the euphoric sense, but you do take half of 4d4, so you took 5 more poison damage. You're not poisoned and you're not euphoric, but you did take, on a success, a creature takes half damage and isn't euphoric.
Well, I am down, so.
All right.
So, okay, I could have done something, but then you added more damage. So I feel like you gave 2 parts damage, right?
Yeah, there's 2 parts of damage
Where-
to this. It's
yeah, so-
there's piercing
it's okay.
damage and there's poison damage.
Yeah. I'm just trying to read. Yeah, no, I didn't intercept it, so that's fine.
Charles, you just saw Jeff collapse to the ground.
Yeah, cure wounds means
was trying
touching,
to
which I
save it
can't
for
get to him to
the
do,
big
so
beetle
I'm just
hitting
going to
you.
do a healing word.
yeah.
Or hitting me.
But you'll have that chance soon.
So
Well,
2d4
now-
plus 4. So that's 5 plus 4 is 9.
9 points of healing. Yeah.
9 points of healing.
Your rage doesn't prevent you from dying. It doesn't. It's probably gone now because you went unconscious, though. I don't know how that works.
Good question.
I think you'll have to bring it back up. Maybe you'll have a bonus action to do it.
Yeah.
Anything else on
Yeah, if you're knocked unconscious.
Charles' turn? All right, the big beetle now has the blue dice is the bite. All right, unnatural 20. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Does a 16 hit?
No.
All right, so you took 2 pinchers from the big beetle, 2
So,
claws.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Other than me. Okay, nope, I can't do anything.
Yeah, so you got hit by 2 claw attacks, and each one was 7 points. So with your rage, 3, so it's a total of 6 slashing.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep. That was the big beetle. Jeff, we're back to you. Ouch.
Ouch. I am, thanks to Charles, still alive.
Yeah.
Don't have much more in my bag, so we're in trouble.
I do have 1 cure wounds in my
Ring.
But it's only a level 1. Better than nothing. Or is our best bet just to keep trying to deal damage?
So the swarm started to pull off as you went to the ground, but as you sat back up, it came back on you.
Yeah. And I guess I'm not prone, but right?
You are prone. You fell down unconscious. So you have to half your movement to stand back.
That's fine, because I wasn't going to move anywhere anyways.
I didn't really think you would.
I rage again.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a bit of a problem because I can rage twice per long rest. So,
I don't think you want to hold it back.
well, it's more that if I get knocked unconscious again, I can't rage again.
But you're probably going to get knocked out at some point again. So you might as well use it now.
And then I will... Action. I'll use my... That's a gamble. Do I attack or do I heal myself?
Tough call.
How
He
much
can heal you again?
How much can you heal versus then he attacks you again?
So what's a first level cure wounds give you?
Because like if you can heal 4 points and then he's going to do 10 when he hits you this turn.
Well, that's a very good
not
point.
worth it.
Yeah.
1d8 plus 4.
Well, he crit on you.
My modifier.
The new version of the spell's different.
I updated.
It's a 1d8 plus I have a modifier of 4.
So,
Yeah, but you and me don't see the new version because we don't have our subclasses are what gave us the spell.
I thought I updated his with the new version.
Oh, well, I know that's my case. Oh, it's funky.
The D8 plus 4. What do you do, Jeff? Do we need to have some?
rage into the night. Or morning, as it will.
Well, if you're playing that music, you know I'm not gonna sit there healing myself, right? Okay, fine. I attack.
That's a good.
Yeah. Got some bandages. So yeah. Now, does it seem like if I attacked the swarm, there's some sort of disadvantage for it being a swarm, or is it just a normal?
It's a normal swarm.
Well, a normal attack.
They make me read it. Oh yeah. I mean, it's a normal swarm. What do you know about swarms?
Are you asking me to do a nature check?
You are. So you know that they would be resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Of course.
Because I mean, there's a swarm of these beetles that are this big, and
Are they resistant to fireballs?
Not the barn.
not that you're aware of.
What if we lure it outside the barn?
You mean where there's innocent people?
Well, hey, it's their fault for standing that close.
This is an interactive event. Everybody gets to participate.
No, okay,
Run for your life.
so looking around. So, our backs are to these big doors
Yep.
about 40 feet behind us.
Yes.
There are
Well,
sacks...
30. Right. You advance 30. They close the distance.
True. There's these sacks of flour.
Grain,
us.
corn. other grains.
Are there any other like large doorways, or is it just those two big?
You could see 100 feet down the other end. There's another set of doors. There could be doors on the city, but you can't see them. There's certainly, right? There's gotta be, but you don't really know that.
Okay, so that might be an option, is to try to lure them out of another set of doors, and
deal with them outside.
We're not changing gears here, Barbarian. There's one thing to do, and that's all there is to it.
yeah. Well, we have our plan B, right?
Plan B is run.
Plan
That's my
B
plan B.
is blowing yourselves up.
If I go down once and I get up once, I don't know if I'm going to do it again.
Okay. Okay. I will attack the large beetle.
Okay.
That's a 17.
Yep.
Okay. And that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. It's looking pretty hurt.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Do you have second wind?
I don't think so.
I have it as a fighter, I think.
Oh,
So
yeah.
my turn,
I
right?
think it's a fighter.
Yeah.
Albert going at it again.
Aldrin.
That is a 18.
18 hits.
D10, roll better this time.
Take him out.
That is a 9 plus 2 plus another 2 for the rage. So that's 13.
13 total, and it falls.
What's your background?
Soldier.
Okay, so do you have the Savage Attacker?
Not yet.
Oh, interesting.
I have interception. Yeah, I have interception. So I could I can reduce, like if I had thought about it when he attacked you, the beetle hit you critical. If I had stopped it, I could have reduced it by 1d.
He has one level of fighting and one level of barbarian.
Right, but this is from Soldier, so that's why I'm not quite sure where. It basically gives me advantage on attack rolls.
All right, you guys still have the swarm to deal with,
Well, at least taking care of the big guy.
which is still on you.
The swarm is, yeah.
The swarm is.
You need to keep me alive.
So don't attack, keep you alive.
So that swarm is the only swarm, right? There's
That's the only swarm in there.
The only thing we
Are you
gotta worry
less
about.
than
Yeah.
half damage?
All right,
Oh yeah,
this is a +5 to hit. It's only a 10.
that does not hit.
All right, Charles.
Where are you at?
I'm fine.
He's standing next to him. He is swarmed by a swarming thing of beetles.
I got a little blood here. He's like bleeding all.
Yeah, I'm bleeding all, but only heal me if I go down. Is I guess what I'm saying.
Okay,
Otherwise, attack.
I'll save it then.
Yeah.
This thing hasn't been hit yet, so
We can go pull him off of him. You know,
you can still attack it.
right?
Yeah.
It's not like you have to risk hitting him.
Yeah, it's a swarm.
I'm gonna cast. Oh, they probably don't have this one. Toll of the Dead. So it's a Wisdom
It
11.
hasn't taken any damage yet, just so you know.
It still takes. It's just less
Well,
damage.
there's
That's all.
the bonus.
Well, in that case, that's just
No, I think that's a good one.
because Sacred Flame requires dexterity. They're probably very
And flame.
dexterous.
And flame.
Well,
No,
it's
no, it's not a
It's not
That's
Oh,
it's
it's
radiant.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
radiant.
Radiant damage.
Either way, he's going to be attached to those things. Lord knows what our deal is.
They haven't taken any damage yet.
No, because we've been attacking the big guy.
Yeah, you put like 40 plus points on the big guy.
Big one fall on some of this one?
A nice purplish
this.
goo rolls out of the
There
big
you
gash in its side. Yeah.
Psychological
Visually,
damage,
it's good.
maybe.
Mommy!
Well, I'm gonna change it to Sacred Flame then.
Okay.
Yeah. Dexterity.
All right. Now, like you said, this does have a +3 for dexterity. 18.
Fail.
Oh, they tried.
Thanks, man.
Oh, thank you.
I thought I'm gonna watch it.
All right. Is that your turn,
Yeah.
Jeff? Pesky beetles swarming all around you. That's how I felt on Saturday as I was playing golf.
Ah! Oh my God! Yeah, the Chinese beetles were just swarming.
Japanese, whatever, Chinese, whatever.
No, I think the ones that look like a ladybug, they're called Chinese beetles.
I had
They're Japanese. That's what I always told.
I thought the Japanese ones were the iridescent green ones.
I don't know. whatever they weren't annoying.
I did a storm on my house on Saturday or whatever, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And they stink when you smush them.
Smell
Yeah.
grass. I mean,
I will use my spear to try to hit.
yeah, you start swinging wildly at them.
Yeah. That's an 8.
8 misses.
Yeah, stabbing the.
Yeah,
the
I
sack,
mean,
so.
you swing through and yeah, go ahead.
Yep, that's 19.
19.
Well, I was going to do shield.
Shield bash, you
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully, this is more effective. This one is a 19.
19.
I
Okay.
managed to.
D4.
Smush them.
To smush a few.
Roll your damage.
I smushed 4 of them for 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
That's 7.
7 points of damage. All right. Both attacks though don't seem as effective as you'd hoped.
Yeah, what kind of damage does the shield do?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning
damage.
Yeah. So yeah, smushing damage.
Squish a bug.
All right. We are now back to the swarm. Swarm's on you. This is +5, 18.
I will intercept that.
You will
Reduce it
intercept.
by 1d10 plus 2.
Reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 2 to him.
Yeah.
All right. One creature in the swarm space
What kind of-
takes 14
So,
piercing damage,
just all damage? Okay.
reduced to 0. Then the target must make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. Because you still took some
Natural
damage.
1.
A natural 1.
Plus 5 for 6.
So if I reduce it to less than 0, he doesn't take any damage.
You reduced. All right. So if we play nice here,
I still want my natural 1 so I can go +1 on blood.
so he took 14
Oh, okay.
and
You can't reduce
reduced that by 10.
1d10.
1d10.
Yeah, so do I roll it?
Yeah, you would roll 14 reduced by
3.
3. So you took 11. Half of 11 is you took 5.
Okay.
You took 5, and then you took 7. Then you took 10 more. 10 more reduced to 5 poison damage. But now you roll a Constitution save. No, you failed the Constitution saving throw, right? And so now you are in a euphoric state for 1 minute.
You're euphorically unconscious.
The creature. All right. So you're unconscious.
Yes.
All right. All right.
But you feel
I
great
feel
about it.
great about being
You
unconscious.
fell unconscious with a smile on your face. All right. That is finally some rest. Charles. You see that damn barbarian. Jeffafa just. Just fell.
So I'm going to cast, use my channel. No, what the hell did you do?
Use your put him out of his misery spell.
You mother.
What did you do? I don't even know what you did.
The whole thing.
You ever feel like just printing up your
Channel divinity.
Yeah.
And I can provide 10 hit points to multiple creatures. All to him, as long as it doesn't bring him past half life.
It does not. So yes. Thank
So
you.
you get 10 hit points.
All right. You sit back up.
As long as I remember.
Unfortunately, you don't feel like you can rage anymore.
Yes.
All right.
Is the euphoria still there or?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh,
So pretty.
you know these must be those psychedelic beetles.
Yeah.
And it is your turn as you sit, and you know some people have stars or birds floating around their head when they're dizzy. You have beetles.
So what does the euphoria do? Anything?
It doesn't say. It gives you any negative. Oh, a euphoric creature has disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay.
So
You don't really care, man.
and you can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn.
So that could mean I would have disadvantage on my next Constitution saving
Yeah.
throw for the exact
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So where are we?
Okay.
It's his turn. He just sat up. He was healed.
I will.
Before he casts fireball. Yeah.
Euphoric, not delusional. Yeah,
I don't see the difference myself, but okay.
So I will stand up and I will attempt again to spear some of these beetles.
Intoxicated.
This means you probably got to roll a 1.
10 this time.
Plus.
No, 10 doesn't work. Do it. But
That was with a +4.
That's not gonna do it either.
Well, I still have my shield.
4
yeah,
plus
yeah. Do your shield bash.
9's not gonna do it, right?
Yeah, 9's not gonna do it.
That was a 12.
12 does. This is a swarm. You're almost, but not quite. We're looking for 13s.
Could I burn a luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
There's a little post. I'm gonna give it to you because you need it, but that was a little late in the.
It's 1d4.
Plus your strength, right?
Have they
You,
taken damage yet?
you just said 1d4
Okay.
for the shield
Yeah.
bash because it's
Yeah. It's a secondary attack.
secondary attack. 2.
Nice too. All right. This is +5. Oh, I can't read it. Yeah, that's a 19.
Intercept again.
Intercept again. All right. Can you push that back at me?
It was a 14, by the way.
Yeah. More than enough to hit him.
That's 9 this time.
9. You reduced it by 9. All right. So you took 5 points of damage.
Oh,
Uh,
I need to redo
half.
my
Oh.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes, that's important. With disadvantage.
You wouldn't get disadvantage.
Yes,
on
you
your...
would.
Oh, I fail anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay. Sure you would.
that's cruel.
Well, yeah, it's like a cruelly designed monster.
Yeah, you can redo your Constitution saving throw, and then you return with disadvantage.
With advantage, that gives you disadvantage on saving throws.
Okay.
So now you need to do another Constitution saving throw. You're either taking
with disadvantage.
yes.
Another natural one.
So you're down again.
Hey, up
you
on
took
that luck.
10 points of damage.
Get the luck back you just used. Half.
Okay.
It's the damage half.
Yeah, but it's okay. So you took another 5, total of 10. But you healed him for 10, so I'm pretty sure you're back down.
You took the 9 out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You should have eaten it.
All right, you fell down.
got a hit point.
You did fall back down?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Bay, you missed, though. You missed, didn't you? All right. So, Charles, it's back to you. He fell down again.
I do have at least one turn, 1 or 2 or 3 turns before I'm dead. So you don't have to heal me right away if you don't want to.
Toll the dead.
On the swarm?
Yes.
You stick your hand inside the swarming. Yeah.
No, it's a 60-foot range.
Oh. Okay. Go for it.
You have to roll a wisdom failing throw.
Wisdom failing throw. You sound like someone else I know.
How smart can they be?
Where do you think I picked it
A
up?
4. A fail.
Yeah, so it's a 1d12.
Nice.
Yeah,
Um,
1d12.
1d12.
Necrotic.
Get back. Yeah, I'll check and see if there's any pluses. No. 2.
2 damage. Every little bit.
As a bonus action, I'll cast.
But that 2 damage seemed totally effective.
Whereas the whole 2.
Some of the other.
There's a
Our-
collective screech within the
Our,
One of the beetles falls dead on the ground.
yeah.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word
Great.
on.
Yeah.
So it's 2d4 plus 4. So it's 5 plus 4 is 9.
9 points of healing. Which is a good thing. You sit up. You're getting a little dizzy from the up and down action here.
You know what, guys?
But he's pretty happy.
I feel great. You should definitely try this.
Kristen saying?
He's saying this is Jeff.
Up and down. Up and down.
That's Jeff.
Nice, Christian.
Okay.
Yeah?
My turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, let's get some good rolls and kill this thing.
I'm trying.
You're not trying hard enough.
Get up.
Jeff Fafa.
I miss again.
Oh no.
On the
Shield
Are you a
bash.
free barbarian? What
Shield
the-
bash. Go ahead and roll yours. Damage if you need it.
Nope. Missed.
Come on, give him a shield bash.
Inspiration, luck,
14.
something.
Worst.
14 will hit.
2.
For another 2 points of damage? Sure.
Well, I'll roll it.
Just roll around
I
on the
got
ground
a
and squish.
4.
Woohoo! You guys haven't done a lot of damage yet. So, all right.
I've missed 3 times.
We have two guys that rely on. We've missed a lot, and we rely on bludgeoning, slashing,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, but
Plus
multiple small
5.
targets are not
9
working.
misses you this time.
Yes, it does.
Charles, he actually stayed up this time.
Toll the dead.
Told the dead. This is wisdom. Wisdom 13?
Yeah.
Just
11.
barely.
Oh, it passed.
Yeah.
Jeff?
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby,
Anything else
stabby.
Besides stabby, stabby?
Not really.
Like a
Just gotta keep hoping he
concrete
actually
roller
can-
or something?
He's not very efficient at. He's not very good.
Yeah.
Stab- Come on, roll. We're almost out of time.
I missed.
You missed both?
I haven't rolled for shield yet.
Roll yours.
Come on, guys.
What the?
7. The both.
All right, so 14 probably.
Hey!
And that's 7 plus 4 is 11.
All right. All right. This is plus 5. 13?
Plus 5 would be 18.
No. It's 8 plus 5.
Oh, 13.
13 misses.
Doesn't-
Charles?
Toll the dead.
Toll the dead. 13? No.
Yes.
9.
11 has.
9 fails.
9 fails.
Ooh, 9.
Finally, the swarm dissipates. These individual beetles fall apart. They don't seem nearly as they start to score, and now all you have to do is start stomping on them. Squish, 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 squish. 15 minutes later, after squishing, you finally feel like all the ones that the majority of the beetles have died. All right, to fast forward a little bit, Yay, you save the day, you go out, you're talking to the main dude. and what do you say? What do you ask him?
I'm going to let him lead because he had a plan.
How to put this?
Yeah.
You had a plan.
We had a plan.
He's still euphoric.
No, it turned
Is he
out-
still euphoric?
Oh yeah, you need to roll a saving throw to see if you're still euphoric.
I thought it went.
Oh,
away.
by now you
Yeah,
would.
by a minute, yeah.
By now.
15 minutes. Yeah.
So he would probably ask us what reward we want, right? Or what can I do for you, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that really helped us out, guys. How can what can I give you to repay you for the efforts you did this morning?
So funny you say that. We're in need of some information.
Oh, well, what information could I possibly have?
A friend of ours said she was here. Wasn't last night, it was 2 nights ago.
Thursday night.
A dwarf.
Thursday night.
Red hair.
Well, we
Distinctive. Not many of those around.
we did have a dwarf here, but she didn't have red hair.
What'd she look like? Can you describe her?
Yeah, she had these hairs up in like these wrapped and kind of balls on the side of her head, and her nose piercing.
Did what's her name have a
No.
No, that's...
Baldric?
Did we see
not.
someone like that? Like one of the guild? No?
Did we see anybody like that?
Doesn't
Okay.
you don't
Okay.
I didn't think
doesn't
so.
match
Okay.
anyone you read.
Can you bring up the picture of the guild bar? The bar?
Yeah, it's not anyone in that picture, but
Okay.
yeah.
I remember there's a woman down there.
Yeah,
I just can't remember her face. Don't worry about it then if you say it's not.
Yeah, and Charles asks, was she with anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was with another lady.
Can you describe the other lady?
A tall, thin, elf. Elf or half elf.
She's not an elf.
Is there anybody that by the name of Killian or Balric?
Yeah, I thought that was the names they used. We signed a contract with them.
Did any of them have a tattoo on their arm?
You know, I didn't know they had their shirts. I didn't know seeing tattoos. They didn't have any skin showing.
Was Balric's tattoo on the sleeve or on her skin?
It was on her skin.
Okay.
Yeah, they were here. They signed a contract. Killian, I guess she owns some bar in Crimmor.
May we borrow that signature?
Well, I need to have the contract, man.
We did just do a really big.
Well, I could show it to you. And he pulls it out and he opens a. Right, we're to the window and we're to the. This guy, he's sitting behind the bar. He starts pulling. Here it is.
Now you've seen.
Yeah. So does it match?
Oh, you've seen her signature?
The handwriting.
Give me a check. Roll a d20. What kind of check? Memory, history check.
It's a 9 plus 2 luck for an 11.
9 plus 2 luck, or 11 plus some luck.
Yeah, it's a 9 plus 2 luck.
Plus 2 luck is not enough.
All right. I can't add more luck. So.
Yeah, so you're not certain. I mean, it doesn't feel right, but you're not certain that was the same signature or not.
I really do need. We need to. How can we get this? How can we? We can't take it with us. I understand you need your contract. What if this was official business? Could you give it to us for official business? Like of the city of Crimmor? You know. I have another idea. Can I look at it and inspect it closely? Does it look like it's been really, like when they wrote it, is the paper soft?
Is that like fluid, or does it look like it was kind of
etched in?
Yeah.
Insight check.
No, I can't tell.
You don't have
The sun is just hitting it.
You don't have experience at this type of stuff. There's a signature. It's probably every bit as good as your signature.
Could we?
Take a picture of it.
We'll make a copy, right? Of the.
How do you make a copy?
Trace over it.
Yeah, trace over it.
Sure. You sit there for an hour. You're trying to match the signature on top of it. You know the curves of this contract, and he gives you a blank contract, right? And you set the paper over there. You're taking time. Why don't you? This isn't a matter of if you can do it. It's how long it takes you to do it, right? So
an hour seems long enough.
You spend an hour to
Even
do
if
that.
We're not good at it.
And by now it was 8, 9. It's 9 o'clock.
With a pencil, yeah. Take
You take the copy. To call it forgery would be exaggeration because you're not trying to fool anyone. You hold them up together. You know they're not perfect, but you get enough of a signature here to get a sense of where the curves are.
Close enough that if we compare it, we can say these match. Or that's really what we're looking.
Yeah. You feel like you got a good enough.
The other thing, and this would be kind of because it's taken kind of in parallel, is Jeff would ask. I don't know that we've gotten his name.
Oh yeah, it was Garen. Garen.
Would ask Garen if he would sign a written description of these people claiming to be.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Witness statement.
Princess Leia hair
writing notes
and nose ring and
This is
lady
obviously
with
not
pointy.
Baldric.
right
the lady was half elf or elf, right? And she signed her name as Killian.
And then Jeff would sign.
I hereby certify that I, Baron Garen Wingrove, half oak manager of Sunfield Storage, that these people. So yeah, official statement to. Do you show him your badge?
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed him his badge. Official statement given to deputies of the Crimmor Guard. Crimmor City Guard, the CCG.
Yes.
There you go. All right. You take all that, and you take a short rest on the way back, in the back of the carriage as you head back. And next week you'll meet back up at the Pearl for lunch, and compare notes. And seemingly we have this thing. The only challenge I have is, or with the story is, what do they do?
Yeah.
Right? Well, on the one hand, the governor, the guard are going to be like, okay, heads of the family, you two figure it out for yourself, because Mikhail Crimmor, he's going to be pissed, right? He lost his daughter.
Well,
But Lamia,
they could
now
arrest.
they've-
They could arrest the people that actually were there and release the.
yeah, because Lamia's
Elemental.
defense is, we could talk about this next week.
Now we have 3 families that are at war instead of 2 on
Yeah.
1. Yeah.
Yeah. And the governor is going to be smack dab in the middle of all that.
So,
Listen,
what time you need me there, man?
he
I'll
part
text
of
you when I
one
find
of
out
the
more
families.
information.
The mayor, was he part
The
of one of
mayor has
families,
ties
or-
to both of the political families that were.
They're gonna
One's a
meet with
cousin and the
11
other
and go over
is
paperwork
best
and
friend.
But
I
they-
think
the nursing
Mikhail
staff
was
there
the best
has to go
friend.
over, how to
Nursing
do
staff.
Yeah.
things.
Okay. Yeah. So hey, we're gonna end the stream,
DK.
everyone, and so thanks. Next week we'll have to figure out how exactly we tie this up
Alright,
with
so
the end of Murder in Crimmor,
I got
or
enough off my part. So
Ire of Mordroc, Murder in Crimmor, the finale. All right, as we go.
Finally, the finale.
Finally, the finale.
Real.
Well, I'll
Alright.
get out as my
And
house,
so,
but you
everyone,
couldn't be
thanks
there
for
at
joining.
7:15.
Until then, take care.
I'm gonna be making the
Alright,
putting the wrap
alright,
together.
if I
early
can
in the
find my
morning and
mouse,
get down there.
and stop
You can swing by.
streaming.